The national championship trophy is on the line. Tonight, one of these two teams are going to be the champions of college football. It's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the Ohio State Buckeyes. And now welcome back inside the broadcast booth, everybody. My name's Josh Wright, doing the play-by-play. And we are set to go for some college football. The national championship is underway. I can't hear anything on my headphones. Maybe it's because they got the crowd volume lower down a little bit. But anyway, we're ready to go. Well, the reason why I have the crowd volume down so low is just so, mainly because of the band music, and the band music gets like really annoying. But either way, we're ready to go. Ohio State will start off as the receiving team, led by Will Howard, quarterback out of Pennsylvania. Him and this Buckeyes team ready to go against this Notre Dame defense. Here's a handoff to number 32 and a gain of 3, 2nd and 7. For those of you wondering why I haven't really been doing Madden games like for the NFL playoffs, it's just because I've been pretty busy with school. I had the day off today, which was great. And so, the national championship's going on. So, you know what, might as well do this. And also my buddy Ultra Sport Network is already covering the NFL playoffs, so might as well let him do that. And then I guess I'll do the college football national championship, since I don't think he's going to be covering college football again for the rest of the season. And then, of course, we also have the rivalry series still going on today, or still going on. But, of course, today this is not a rivalry game. This is just the national championship game. Howard looks to his left, pass is caught by number 1, and he takes it down to the 45-yard line. And just like that, the Buckeyes are at midfield. And everybody is just sprinting to the line of scrimmage. So that way the Ohio State center can snap the ball. And Will Howard can throw the ball. It bounced off number 2's helmet. Bro didn't even have his hands out either to catch the ball. It just doinked off his helmet. I don't know if Will Howard has any beef with with number 2 on the Buckeyes or anything, but man. Howard steps up, passes caught by number 88 at the 28. It was Scott Jr. with the catch there. It was a really nice catch, I must say. He probably would have taken it to the house if it wasn't for him being tackled and stopped at the 28-yard line. So here we go again. Pass is caught by number 2, who for some reason still in the game, and this after being hitting the helmet with his football, or hitting the head with a football. And my grandparents' dog is barking for literally no reason again. Dude, my best friend has a new dog, and she's awesome. Just like that interception by Notre Dame was awesome. And Notre Dame's offense will take over at the 20. I'll continue my best friend's dog story here in a little bit. But recently he got a new dog because his old dog passed away. But Xavier Watts with the nice, clean interception there in the end zone. Great coverage by number 1 for Notre Dame also. Got to give him credit for covering his guy pretty well. But yeah, like he's got a new dog, and the best thing about her is that she is not a barker. I think almost every dog, or a good chunk of dogs a lot of dogs that I've had over the years have been like really big barkers. And all my grandparents' dogs were kind of like that too. I was invited into a Fortnite party, but I'm not going to join because I don't really play Fortnite very much anymore. And I'm in the middle of a broadcast, so I am not joining his party. He can kiss my ass. I know I'm not supposed to say that on a broadcast, but I don't care. So 4th and 14 at the 16-yard line for Notre Dame. Their offense having a hard time against this Ohio State defense. This Ohio State team, they've had a lot of big wins throughout the college football playoffs. They took down Oregon, the number 1 seed at Oregon. They beat Texas, I think. Notre Dame, they beat Indiana in the first round, and then they also beat Georgia, which was another upset. And then, of course, they took down Penn State. So Notre Dame punts the ball back, and Ohio State will have the ball back. On the offensive side, Will Howard with the nice little pass there to number 4 on the Buckeyes. So it's a first down at the 36 with 1:10 left to go here in quarter number 1. Everybody's racing to get back to the blue line there. Fakes the handoff, and he's stopped at the 30. 2nd and 4. Howard looks to number 2, passes caught for a first down at the 24. And for those of you wondering why the sound is, like the audio's really low, that's because, like, again, it's mainly because of the band music. Like, I don't mind the band music, but it's just it's very annoying for me. Like, every time we score a touchdown, for example, like number 4 just did for Ohio State, just as the first quarter comes to a close. Extra point is good. And just like that, heading into the second quarter, Ohio State are the first ones to score in this national championship game. The real game is at 6:30 on ESPN. So anybody interested in watching the national championship game, that's where you guys watch it. If you have Fubo or cable or anything. My grandparents recently just got Fubo. That way they could watch the NFL playoffs and everything. Because, like, we have, like, a lot of the streaming services. Like, we have Paramount Plus, we got Peacock. So, obviously, we could watch football games on there. It's just we have not really been able to watch a lot of games on Fox. And recently, my grandparents got Fubo just so they could watch Fox. They got Fubo, and they also have, like, a little antenna TV. It's like, which has, like, a lot of, like, local channels and stuff, including Fox. So they can watch the games on there. So, yeah, Notre Dame has the ball. 2nd and 9. Fakes the handoff. Passes caught by number 88 on the Fighting Irish. First down at the 31. I know I shouldn't be talking about my grandparents' streaming service subscriptions for streaming services, but you know, but yeah, they used to have cable for such a long time, and then around, I think it was 2022 is when they got rid of their cable. And then living with my mom, I don't think we never really had cable. Just we never really afforded it. 2nd and 10. Got to run it himself. He is stopped at the 33. He picks up 2 yards. Well, probably it's not that we couldn't afford it. It's just that my mom's not really a big like TV watcher. So yeah, we never really watched a lot of TV growing up. 3rd and 8. Pass is caught. And just an inch short of a first down. It's 4th and inches. At the 41-yard line, Notre Dame would be a fool if they punted the ball on 4th and inches. So you know what? They're like, well, we're going to do it anyway. We're going to punt on 4th and inches. Why? So they punt the ball back to Ohio State, who starts it off at the 12-yard line. 2 minutes, 40 seconds till halftime. There's a handoff to number 32, Trevion Henderson, who's brought down at the 11, so Ohio State will lose a yard, being 2nd and 11. To be honest, I almost forgot the national championship game was going on today. Just because I've been kind of footballed out, I watched all 4 divisional round games in the NFL. Like we watched the Texans and Chiefs game on ESPN on Saturday, and then the second half of the Lions Commanders game. And then Sunday I watched a little bit of the Rams and Eagles game, and then I watched all of the Ravens and Bills game because that was the game that I was most excited about. And we reached the 2-minute mark. Will Howard has thrown for 101 yards. He threw a touchdown, and he threw an interception, which probably would have been a touchdown if he just, however, if that one Buckeyes player wasn't being double teamed in the end zone. So, but first down at the 42. A nice catch there by number 88. And then people were talking about, probably the game that really surprised me was definitely the Commanders and Lions game. Like, I don't think anybody was expecting Washington to go into Detroit the way they did and absolutely just take the Lions out, especially in the second half of the game. Like, it was all Washington. Like, Lions defense they couldn't stop Jaden Daniels. They couldn't get a whole lot of stops in, and then the Chiefs and Texans game, I'll admit, was kind of sloppy. Like, both teams played kind of a sloppy game on the offensive side. And then both defenses had a decent game, especially the Chiefs. Like, the Chiefs defense, they came up clutch when they needed to. And then, of course, we got to see Travis Kelce score a touchdown in the end zone, in the game, which was cool. And that is a drop pass by number 4 at the 34. 1:20 left till halftime. And then the Eagles-Rams game, I'm sorry, the Rams, my heart breaks for Rams fans. Like, I was rooting for the Rams all the way. And then Nick Sirianni on the Eagles, like, he almost blew that game for the Eagles. Like the Rams, like those two fumbles at the end, they were just so crucial. And then if it wasn't for Saquon Barkley and a little bit of Dallas Goedert, the Eagles' offense was just not as good, right? And then the Bills and Ravens game, that was also really close, but the Bills, they just played a better game. And then also, it's like people were saying how, oh, Hunter, Mark Andrews lost the game for Baltimore. It's like the Ravens or the Bills had like a minute 20 left to go with 2 timeouts left. And speaking of timeouts, Ohio State's going to use one. They're going to use their first timeout here in the second quarter with 38 seconds left to go. Looking for a man open. Passes caught at the 9. Howard. Passes caught at the... And there's another timeout called by Ohio State. Sorry about rambling on about things that are not college football. I'll admit I don't really watch a lot of college football. So when it comes to college football, I don't really know what to talk about. Like I could talk about like the NIL and transfer portal and stuff. Like I would. It's just the problem is like I'm not very knowledgeable about those things. So yeah, 5 seconds left to go. Extra point, or so the 3 points are in. And just like that, Ohio State has a 10-0 lead heading into halftime. Well, with 3 seconds left anyway, and then Notre Dame will have the ball back in the second half anyway, so good attempt there by number 24, just wasn't enough. And with that, we do go into halftime with the Buckeyes leading the Fighting Irish 10-0. So there's some of the highlights there. If you hear talking in the back, my grandparents are watching the inauguration. Of course, that's another big thing going on today. Donald Trump back in the White House. Hopefully everyone's having a great Martin Luther King Jr. Day so far. For those of you who might need a break from the political side of things, this is where you come from, or this is where you go. You come and watch some random guy broadcasting a college football game on his PlayStation. 2nd and 5, as Notre Dame will start with the ball here in the third quarter. 2nd and 5 at the 26. I don't know if it's just me or not, but I don't like starting with the ball in the first half. Like I actually prefer starting with the ball like in the third quarter because like, it's just such a bigger advantage in my opinion. Especially if a game's like really close. But 3rd and 4, Notre Dame's offense, this is I think their second time in this entire game of having the ball. And they couldn't get anything going the first time. Their offense is being a little slow here in this possession so far, or here in this drive. 13 looks to number 10. He is there. And a nice first down there at the 45. As the first minute of the third quarter has, well, been passed. Second and 8 at the 47. Second and 8 at the 47. Handoff, or fakes the handoff. Pass is caught, and he is going to take it to the 33. Might do another game after this, because why not? Another first down at the 20. Number 4 on Notre Dame, being a fan favorite when it comes to offensive weapons for this Notre Dame quarterback. As we are now halfway through the third quarter. Takes the handoff again, pass caught by number 2. And he is stopped at the 7 in Notre Dame's first and goal. 7 yards away from a touchdown. Hand off to 24. And stopped at the 4. Might do another game after this. I'm not too sure. Because it's Martin Luther King Jr. Day, I kind of want to do like a Memphis game. I don't know who are Memphis' like big rivals or anything. And the reason why I want to do Memphis is just because the Memphis Tigers, Martin Luther King Jr., he was shot in Memphis. And I think like there's a lot of history with Martin Luther King Jr. in Memphis. So, yeah, we could do like a Memphis Tigers game. Again, not too sure who their big rivals are. There's a touchdown for Notre Dame, and the Fighting Irish are on the board. Jeremiah Love, the halfback, scores the first touchdown of the day for the Irish. As there's a sea of blue and gold. Field goal is in. Notre Dame used up the first 4 minutes of the third quarter. So now we'll see what Ohio State does with a minute left. Stopped at the 10-yard line. Handoff to number 1. He is stopped at the 11. So no yards gained. Third and 7. And brought down by Jordan. I don't know how to say his last name. Hotlo? Yeah, I'm totally butchering that name. But either way, number 12 on Notre Dame gets the sack. I was so confident I was going to get his name right, but I probably didn't. And that's the end of the third quarter. Both teams with 7 minutes of possession. So 4th and 14 at the 6-yard line. Ohio State punts the ball back. It will land at the 46-yard line. And Notre Dame has a good chance to come back here. Hands it off to Love. Brought down at the 44, a gain of 2 on the play there. Lots of Notre Dame fans here. I have a lot of friends who are big Notre Dame fans. I have a few friends who are actually going to college at Notre Dame. Hand off to Love once more. And he picks up 2 more yards. It's 3rd and 6. I think Notre Dame's plan here is to just kill clock. It's kind of the best idea. Pass is caught by number 5. Brought down at the 12. Looks for a man open. Passes caught. Brought down at the 5. 2nd and 3. Up the middle. Touchdown. Notre Dame takes the lead. Extra points good, and it's 14-10. Ohio State has 3 minutes and 3 seconds to come back and possibly win this game. And it'll start off at the 20. Will Howard and his offense ready to go against the Notre Dame defense. Howard looks to number 2, pass caught. 2nd and 5. As we're 2 minutes and 50 seconds away from this game ending. But I know the next game we should do is probably in Memphis, Tennessee. I'll look up real quick to see who are Memphis's big rivals. And an incomplete pass by number 88. 3rd and 5. Or to number 88, I should say. Technically, the incomplete pass was by Will Howard, but it was to number 88 on the Buckeyes. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left. Will Howard Looks for number 17. Passes caught. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left. They're going to let the clock run out. Both teams have all 3 timeouts left. Would not be surprised if Ohio State burns one up here in a little bit. As we hit the 2-minute mark. 2-minute warning, 2nd and 1 at the 41. Why did I say it like that? Anyway. Passes caught by number 2. I don't know how to say his name. But either way, minute 53 left to go. Ohio State has the ball midfield. Fakes the handoff. Howard will run it in himself, and he takes it. 2, and it's a first down. Takes it to the 32. Timeout called by the Buckeyes with a minute 37 left to go. My dog will not, or my grandparents' dog will not stop barking. Passes caught by number 2 again. First down with 93 seconds left to go. At the 12-yard line, what's going to happen? A broken up pass by number 29 is what will happen. Make it 2nd and 10. And a minute 7 left to go. And there it is, a touchdown for number 17. Tate with the touchdown that gives Ohio State a 2-point lead here in the national championship game. Cornell Tate with the biggest touchdown of his young football career so far. A minute 5 left. We got a 3-point lead. Notre Dame starts it off at the 21. A minute left to go. Pass caught by number 5. Timeout called by the Fighting Irish. Ohio State has one more timeout that they can use as the Irish burn up their first. Pass caught again at the 39. Looking for a man open. He'll run it down himself. Nobody's stopping him. Timeout called by the Irish, excuse me. 46 seconds left. He's got all the time in the world. Stops at the 38. Gain of 4 on the play. So the Irish, they could possibly try and get into field goal range. They're going to let the clock run out. 25 seconds left. And with 20 seconds left, they're going to stop the clock and possibly have their kicker come out and possibly tie this game. No, they're going to keep him out there. And off to number 4. 4th and 6, and with 10 seconds left, I don't think they're going to have enough time up. They could just call the timeout. And sure enough, there's the kicker himself. And now Ohio State uses their final timeout. Field goal is in. Tied game, heading into overtime. And the national championship game. Right down the middle. So with the game tied, we are going into overtime coin toss for choice of offense and defense are in. And the field, each team gets possession from the up to 25-yard line. Must have, of course, had the 2-point conversion. You guys already know the rules by now. You know what they're all about. And Notre Dame will start off with the ball first. Second and 3 at the 18. Handoff and goes back to the 21-yard line. 3rd and 6 on the play. Nice stop there by number 91. So what I might do, I think I might record the Memphis game tonight, the Memphis Tigers tonight, and then post the game tomorrow. First and 10 at the 14. All I know is I hope this game ends here soon. Second and 9 at the 13. So both teams with one timeout. And off to 4, and he's pancaked again by number 91 on the Buckeyes. 3rd and 10. Number 91 with another big stop against the Fighting Irish running back, or a halfback technically. Looks for someone open. He's brought down at the 21, 4th and 17. There's the Buckeyes mascot there. Caden Curry, the junior, with the sack. We've seen both quarterbacks sacked in this game. They'll go for the field goal. It's in. (20-17) is the score. Now we'll see what the Buckeyes can do. At their 25. There's a handoff to number 2. He had a big run there, and he stopped at the 20, so he'll gain 5 yards. He probably would have gained a whole first down if it wasn't for that big old trip there that he had. And off again. 3rd and 1. Well, Howard has thrown the ball here and there a little bit. But both teams are, ever since the overtime started up, both quarterbacks starting to run the ball a little bit more. I imagine this will be another running play. Of course it will be. And it went from 3rd and 1 to 4th and 6. Number 56 on Notre Dame. He was quick on his feet, too. And Notre Dame will use up a timeout. So Ohio State will go for a field goal to tie the game up at 20. Field goal is in. Second and 13 at the 28. Loss of 3 yards there. Now we're at so Ohio State has the ball again. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I have to use the bathroom real bad. Howard passes, caught it. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line. Maybe he has to use the bathroom too. Wonder what NFL players do whenever they have to go to the bathroom. But baseball players, I'm pretty sure it's easy. They can just go run into the dugout real quick and use the bathroom. Probably either like before an inning or something. Or if they're like a bench guy. I'm pretty sure that's pretty easy, but anyway, 2nd goal at the 4. 43 minutes into the game. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it so far. Leave a like, subscribe, comment, all that great stuff. Come on. And there's a touchdown for Ohio State. So they will have to go for the 2-point conversion. Which they will easily get. However, Notre Dame will have another chance to fight because, of course, they will. And because of that, I will be right back. All right, 4th and 2. Sorry, I couldn't hold it much longer. 4th and 2 for Notre Dame. If they don't get it, Ohio State will win. And the first down is in at the 12-yard line. (13) Huge sack for a loss of 6 yards. And 13 brought down again, 3rd and 26. At the 28-yard line. And there's another touchdown for Notre Dame. So they will go for the 2-point conversion. And it's in. It's the game that never ends. So they'll go for another touchdown. He's stopped. Or he'll go for another 2-point conversion, I believe. So now Ohio State will have a chance. And off to his right, it's in! And the Ohio State Buckeyes are the champions of college football. (30-28), the final score. And just like that, Ohio State are the champions of the college football world. And that's going to do for this game. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you guys enjoyed, you guys know what to do. Leave a like, subscribe, comment, all that great stuff. And with that said, I'll catch you guys next time. Jeremiah Smith, player of the game, 65 yards, 3 catches, 2 touchdowns on the day. But that's all I got. So long from and have a great rest of your day.